Hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I'm still working on my Christmas journals, and I'm using the papers from Rachel Roxy Creations. I've got a little bit further from when I last saw you, and I'm in just such a total mess here on my desk. But anyway, I've put some of the journal papers together, not all of them. I'm still thinking about what papers I want to put in. So 2 journals, both of them are having a pocket on the front. And I've got Rachel's papers. I've still got some of the Norman Rockwell images books in book pages that I had left, so I'm going to put those in. Rachel's beautiful papers. I've split her new kit between the 2 journals, so there are slight differences. This one's going to have double pockets in the middle in red envelopes, and then this one is going to have so you can see it's very similar flip through, different papers. Beautiful papers of Rachel's, and this is going to have green envelope flips in the middle. So that's as far as I've got with those at the moment, still working on putting them together. But I just thought I'd bring you along with where I'm at next. So I've made a couple of things. This is going to be a pocket that will sit on a page, and hopefully I've made it the right size. It is quite a big one, this one. Where's my fold? Yeah, it does fit in it. So that's going to sit on there. Hope you can see okay. It's me gaily chattering away. Yeah. So that'll fit on there. That flips up like that, and there's a tuck spot in there. And then I will glue this back piece 1, 2, 3 so that it will be a pocket behind like that. And I thought that looks really nice. I've used one of the labels from Tracy Fox, and I just thought that it gives you an extra space where you can journal or stick something that you want to, and it's kind of, you can't see it. So I'm going to make one of those for both journals. And then the other thing that I've made is Rachel was playing with envelopes in her challenge for this week, and funnily enough, I was playing with them as well. So I've done this. This is an envelope. You can see it's a window envelope. So it started out just as a normal envelope, and I've made it as an over the page flip. So if I just show you how it fits onto the page, so it will sit over the page like so, like that, and then it's got some papers here that you can write on, and I've tied these papers in so that you can actually take them out and change it if you want to. You don't have to have those papers in there. So that's just tied on with a ribbon, and then when you flip it over, it's a pocket. I've done it as a pocket just here, so that pocket comes out, that tag comes out there. I've got a tab that I'm going to put on it just there, look, so it's going to have a tab on it. And then on the back of that, take it out so you can see, there's a little pocket on the back of that envelope, not stitched round yet, but that's going to have that postcard in there. So that's what I've made, and I thought I'd make, well, I need to make another one of those as well, so I thought I'd make those with you today. Let's see how far I get before I get myself confused. So envelope, it's just a normal window envelope. I don't know what size these are in the UK. I am aware that in America you have different sizes. So normal envelope, and I've just folded over, I've closed it, sealed it, and I've just folded over. So I don't know if you want to, as much as I just folded it, to be honest. That's just shy, that's about 1 3/4 inches that I've folded, and that envelope's just over 8.5 inches by 4 1/4 maybe. So as I say, I've just folded it over. I've not looked at what I'm doing. I've not measured anything. The only thing that I've looked at is that it won't hang longer than the page in the journal, because I want it to hang over the page, so it'd be no good if it hung too far down. So I've just done it like that and then folded over. So that's as far as I've got with it, and I thought, well, I'll put the camera on and you can join me. You can have the pocket any side you want, on this side or that side. All you've got to do is cut a very fine slither off. So that's just what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to take a very fine, I am honest, there it is, just take a slither off there, And then I'm going to have my pocket this side, and then on the back there'll be a tuck spot of some sort, but I don't know what. I thought I would use this page of Rachel's, and I think I want the bird looking out of the window. So that's going to be about 4¼ inch card. So I think that I am going to cut that at 4½ there, and then hopefully that'll be my journaling card that's going to go inside it. So I'm going to put that out the way, and then I'm going to cover this with the rest of this. That's my plan. You don't have to cut these. I'm a little bit I like things to be right, so I tend to measure and cut mine. So that's 2 1/8. So I need this to be about 2 1/8. 2 1/8. I'll just check that's going to fit. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it goes over my window a little bit, because it's not going to be an opening pocket. So if I've gone over the edge, you're not going to see it. So that's a bit of a bonus. And then I'm going to put that up there. Yep, that's fine. I am just going to just ink those little edges. Excuse me if I'm bouncing you, because they often get seen. And then I need to cut that a little bit shorter, don't I? Because I don't want it hanging over the top of the envelope. Oh, I've just thought of something. One moment, folks. Okay, I'm back. All of that I'd thought of was I hadn't kind of inked round the edges, and I know there's nothing worse than having to watch somebody do some inking, so I just inked that up while you weren't with me. And then hopefully I've cut that now to, it's still a little bit big. A little bit big. Just take a smidge off there. I don't mind if it's a little bit shorter. I just don't want it to overstick, overhang even. Yeah, that fits better, doesn't it? Okay, let's get some glue on there. There's loads of ways that you can cover these envelopes. Amy from Crafty Cat USA, she has some fabulous envelope covers that you can use. And they work with the American size 10 window envelopes, and it comes with a bit that you can cut out to put over your window. So she's done the hard work for you. You just have to fussy cut the window out. So they're really good. The only thing is with the British envelopes, they don't fit our windows. So obviously there's a difference in size. However, you can collage over the bit that it doesn't cover. Or as Amy did this week, you can use the actual printout itself to make an envelope and put a faux window behind it of tracing paper or something. So they are fabulous to use, and I've used them a few times. I think I might try and get this flower on there. Gosh, my fingers are sticky already. So I think this is about, it's just over 2½. So I want roughly a 2½ inch square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off there. Just get rid of this white. We don't want all the white edges on, do we? I suppose if I'd thought about it, I could have done that bit before you joined me. Sorry, folks. So that'll go on there. That's okay. And I'm just gonna I was just wondering whether I could cut round. I wonder what it would look like if I just fussy cut around that leaf. I'm not the best of fussy cutters. I just wondered if that would look quite nice, and I think it does. And I think I'm just gonna, well, if I cut that, it's going to go into the bit where I've got none, so I'm not. I'm going to stick that on there. that just came to me. I haven't fussy cut something like that to go on the front of an envelope before, but do you find that as you're working, as you're making something, you just think, oh, I'll just try that, and if you don't like it, what I keep saying to myself is, Carol, it's only paper. If you don't like it, because the digitals, you can reprint it and start again. Sorry, am I in screen? So there is a bit of a gap just there, look, but I don't mind that. It's, you know, it's not going to be perfection. Just thought I need to cover, you don't need to, but I don't want to see that blue. What have I got? Does that fit? Oh, that might fit. So that's going to go on the inside of the envelope. It has writing on it, so don't get it upside down, Carol. Does it fit? It does. Yep, that'll fit. I'll squish it down a bit. I ought to have a wet wipe or something here handy, just to wipe my fingers on as I'm doing this with you. A bit down there. That's about 3/4 of an inch. I remember that from when I did the last one. Just thinking, I don't really want, I don't think, do I want some different green on there? That might be nice. Let me try it. Give it a try. If I don't like it, I can do something else. So I'm going to cut about 4.5 inches of this. Again, I'm just going to cut the bit off it. What did I say? 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the darker green on it, just for a bit of contrast. Why not? I think that's why it's always useful to keep those little bits of paper that you tear off and you don't use. Just give that a squish down. And I could actually just cover that with it as well, and then it makes it, or a bit of that. Oh, I like that bit. So I think I'm going to use that piece. That's about 3/4 of an inch as well, I think. I actually just want to get that frank mark on it. Quite like that. What's that like? Yeah, that'll do nicely. Yeah. So that's the front covered. So that didn't take us long, did it? I might just slide it over a little bit. It wasn't stuck to my finger. Okay, so that's the front bit decorated. Ignore the flap. We're not going to do the flap just yet, so I'm going to put something on the back. Just looking at what I've got in front of me. It's a bit bright and jazzy. I quite like this paper. Yep, I've got an idea of what I want to use for pockets on the back here. So I want something that's bright but jazzy. It's about 4.25 inches. This is one of Rachel's papers as well. Take the edge off that as well. Sorry, I probably should have cut these edges off before I made a start, shouldn't I? Then you wouldn't be sat watching me cutting. Never mind. So that needs to be about 6 3/4 inches. 6 3/4 inches. Just checking, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. And I just want to make sure that this bit's glued down where the envelope was open. There we go. I don't want that flapping up, do we? And then that's going to go on there. I think I might just need to take a little bit off the edge of that. Just a gnat's whisker off that edge. It's attached itself to me. Just don't want those edges to be bright white showing through. Let's have a look. So if that goes on there, it's not going to catch on there. Yep, that's fine. Change my glue paper. So if any of you, or how many of you, let me know if you make things out of envelopes. There's so many things you can make out of an envelope, and there's so many variations on a theme. So this one that I'm doing, you know, you can do it so many different ways. You could take the back of the envelope off, and then you'd be able to sew all the way around it. Does it matter which way? I don't think it does. You can have them over the page. You can open the envelope right up, so it doesn't have to be a flip. Hopefully I've got that about in place. Oops. Did I get it low enough? I did, and I just want to make sure that I've glued that nicely. I think I have. So that's going to be the back of it. This bit is going to be folded over the page, so you're not going to see these two together. So don't think about that at the minute, Carol. And what I thought was, I've got these tags of Rachel's. I'm not sure if they're called tags. I don't really know what they're called. And I thought that I might put a couple of those on the back, and they could be pockets. I'm sure I can find something small enough to stick in these as pockets. So it's a case of which ones we like. That blends in a bit. I quite like those actually. I like the children. I think that Santa's on his way to the children to deliver their presents. How's that? Snap decision, Carol. So I want to put those on here as pockets. I'm not going to do them all the way too high up, obviously, because I do want it to be, yeah, a pocket. So I'll find something. I don't know what yet, but I will find something. I'm just going to round that corner, because I don't want it to get bent when it's being used as a pocket. So I just wanted to round that one. Okay. Happy with my choice. So you can see when I'm making two journals, I kind of make the same thing. So they're both having one of these flips, over the page flips in them, but they are both different, because the other one has the side pocket, if you remember. So if I put that one about there and that one about there, okay. I misprinted on this one, so just glue around the edge. If something misprints, I think on this one, I think my printer sucked half of the next page in as well, so it didn't print properly. I will always utilise them on something else. Okay, not exactly central. There's a little bit wider there than there, but I'm not going to fuss about it. And then it's just a nice little pocket look. And what sort of gap do I want the next one to have? Where do I want it to be? Because I don't want it too high that I can't put something in the top pocket, do I? So I'm just going to leave my ruler there just as a kind of a guide for me, because I just don't want it to go so high up that I've lost the use of this pocket. About there. I don't expect for 1 minute that it's going to be level. But you never know, it might be. Where's my opening? My opening's that side. So I've got a pocket just there. Just make sure that's stuck. And I've got a pocket just there. So I'm pleased with that. So that's looking good. Looking good. And then this is the bit that's going to be the over the page flap. So I think I'm just going to collage what bits and pieces I've got laying around on there. I'm not going to worry about it. I like to use up my odds and ends if I can, just to try and I don't like to waste them when, you know, you've got little bits left over, and there's always a project that you can use them on, isn't there? That one can go there. Sometimes you're lucky and you pick a piece of paper up and it's the exact size to fit. Not this time. That's not bad. Just something across there. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, stuck to me. Oops. Yep, it still fits. Didn't tear very well because it was stuck on my finger. So I don't know how many more videos I'll do. Is this the second or the third one that I've done? I've lost track of time. I do need to get those journals finished because I'm planning on doing a couple of Christmas journals for Artie Mays as well, using her latest kit. Oh, Carol, you haven't glued that bit down, look. So I want to get these finished and done. I was going to print the papers from Andrea's kit, but if I print them, I want to get going on them, so I don't want to do that just yet. I'm just going to, obviously this is a pocket. Let me put my little bit in it, my little bit, so that we know there's a pocket there. I could do with something going down there, couldn't I? So we'll have a piece of this, I think, to go in, just so that when, you know, you're not going to see. You just rip that off. If you like the look, you know, if you like to see what the pattern of your envelope is, then, you know, you don't need to put a piece on the inside, but I don't want to see it. The little blue bit there. Maybe if it was a different colour with the papers that I've picked, it would be different. This is where I get sticky messed up. I'm going to just put it on, or in. Oh, of course, I was just thinking I've cut it way too short, but I haven't, because it folds over, doesn't it? And I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to trim it off, so let me just put that there. I'm just going to have to go and wash my hands, folks. One moment. Okay, I'm back again. Just wiped my hands. So sticky, so sticky. And I just need to cover the back of this now, don't I? Oh, so close, but not quite. How wide is that? 1 1/4 inches. I've got a wet wipe just to wipe my fingers on because everything was just stuck into me. I think it just needs that little bit extra off. I just don't want it to interfere when it folds, flaps over the page. I just don't want it to get creased. Let's put that on there. Oops. That's just cut a great chunk of glue out of my glue stick. On there. And then something just to go here. Have we got something little? Come on, Carol, you can do this. I don't want green. Let's use this piece. I said 1.25 inches, didn't I? Did I? And then did I have to cut some off of it? I did, didn't I? A smidge. Yeah, that'll be nice. And I think what I didn't do was I need to glue the end of this. I suppose if you wanted to, you could use it as a pocket, but I'm going to put sorry, my glue's not working. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put some those grommetty things in and tie some papers on it, aren't I? So that's glued together there. Okay, so that's the bit that's going to hang over the page and it's not going to catch on there. Right, I'm going to get my crocodile. Okay, crocodile. I'm going to punch a hole. I think I really should have waited till this was dry. And I can't see the mark I've made. I've just measured roughly where I wanted those to be. I'm going to put these holy things in it. Make sure I've got it the right way around. I just thought it was a nice idea if I added papers. I wanted, where am I going? If I wanted, what I wanted to add the papers, I wanted to put papers that somebody might want to use in the journal to further decorate it, or if they prefer, then I need that again, don't I? If they prefer, then they could yeah, that's okay, write on them, but because I'm going to put them, tie them in, they can take them out. I've got this piece of fine fabric and it says Merry Christmas on. I don't know if you can see that. And then just an assortment of different papers, Christmassy papers, and that's going to go behind it. So I need something just to, I want to make a little hole in those. Can I see that? I think I can. Roughly there and there. Fabulous. And the way that I did it, I just got a piece of ribbon and threaded it through. Where am I? A piece of ribbon. Come on, Carol. My ribbon's too long, isn't it? I don't want to cut it off until I know how much I need. Sorry, folks, if it goes in and out of focus while I'm faffing with this. Don't need half as much as that, do I? And then I'm just going to get them roughly the same length. That'll do. tie a bow. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Could one of you just put your finger on there for me, please? I'd really appreciate it. There we go. So then let me just remind you how that's going to fit. So if we get, I'll probably put it over one of the plain papers. So the bit that we've done there will flip over the page, and don't forget you can change these papers, you know, use them to write on. So that flips there, and that looks pretty. And then when you turn the page, you've got that there, and I will make a journal card to fit in there. And then I'll find a couple to go on the back as well. So I've gone over the half an hour, so I'm going to love you all and leave you all. But I do hope that you like my envelope flip, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks ever so much, folks. Take care. See you soon. Bye.